do a little stretch. Let your breath come back, shake your legs out, get rid of the lactic acid in your legs. Let's get down on the floor and start with the hamstrings. So, stick your leg in the air. Rest your head and shoulders on the floor. Ease into the stretch. And then ease out, change over, same on the other side. Again, just ease into that stretch, relax your head and shoulders on the floor, try and maintain that neutral spine shape. You're not rolling the tailbone up with the leg, you're getting that stretch into the hamstring. This time, take your left leg, place it on your right knee. Take your left hand, place that through the hole that you're making. You can either hold it in front or behind the knee, or sometimes if you're a little tight in the hip, this is enough to just open that hip up, but whatever works best for you. Just rest into it. Relax at the stretch. That's the important thing. Try not to have any tension in your body. It's about releasing things, relaxing things. And then ease out. Change it over. So this time, right ankle on the left knee, right hand through the ball, either in front, behind the knee, or just whatever gives you the best stretch to the hip. I know I'm a lot tighter on my right side than my left. Okay, ease out of that one. Straighten your right leg, bend your left. Take your right hand, place it on the outside of your left knee. Just take that across the centre line of the body whilst keeping both shoulders on the floor. And ease into the stretch. It's a nice relaxing stretch, really nice for the lower back, this one. And just relax into it. Ease up, change over, straighten your left leg, bend your right, take your left hand, place on the outside of your right knee this time. Reach out with your right hand, keep your right shoulder on the floor, and relax into it. Then ease out, roll up to your right hand side, bring both knees. Hello. And feel the leg back. Make sure that the knee's in line with the hip. Squeeze the glutes, tuck the tailbone under. You're going to feel lengthening here through the big quadriceps muscles in front of the leg. Ease up, change it over. Same thing on the other side. Again, starting position, knees up by the waist. Take the ankle with the top leg. Making sure you're always tucking the tailbone under, not arching the lower back. Ease up that one, roll over onto your front. Go up onto your elbows. Now, if you're getting a perfectly decent stretch in this position, just stay here. Just make sure you get a stretch through the front, through the core. If you feel you can go a little bit further without any discomfort in the lower back, by all means engage. Make sure you engage your glutes and gently press down as you bring yourself up a little higher. This is a funny one for some people. Sometimes it can be uncomfortable on the lower back. As long as you're comfortable, you can take it up higher. But if you're getting a decent enough stretch, by all means just stay in your elbow. And then come back down onto the elbows, just shuffle yourself forward. Bring the knees into the chest, turn the palms upwards and reach out. Take your hips back to your heels, just sit into it and relax. And then just bring your weight forward a little bit. Slide your left leg forward and across. And then just sit into the hip. Point your other leg, your right leg, back in a nice straight line. Point the toe, sit into the hip, push the chest through the shoulders. You can walk it down a little bit, but I always find you get a better stretch if you keep the chest proud rather than folding over the leg like that. It's the hip here that we're aiming to stretch. So just make sure that the back's relatively straight in comparison to that hip position. Feel that hip open up. Okay, ease out and change. Swap legs. Same thing on the other side. Sit into the hip first. Make sure you're pointing your toe, your left leg back. Sit into the hip and just walk yourself down with the elbows and just push the chest through. Ease up out of that one. Can we get into your hip flexors now? So in this position here, actually I'll do this face on, slightly face on so you can see what I'm doing. Make sure you tuck this tailbone under, brace yourself on the front knee, ease the hips forward, engage the glute muscles so you're extending the hip and you feel this stretch. That's what we're aiming for here is a stretch here on the top of the thigh. And then take the heel of the hand, so if it's your right leg that's back, take your right hand, push it straight upwards and just gently tip. Back, change it over. So the other side. Tuck this tailbone under before you move, engage the glutes, ease the hips forward, keep the chest up, keep the trunk upright. Then take the heel of the hand, up and over. And come back to the middle. Come up to standing, hands to the base of the spine, open up the chest. Bring the hands around the front, open up the back. So really sort of pushing those shoulders that way to lengthen those muscles between the shoulder blades. Just bring the arm across, hug it in. You're going to feel a little bit of a stretch in the back of the shoulder there. You can play with that shoulder position. Sometimes people are very mobile in the shoulders and they don't really feel the stretch. So just play with that shoulder position until you feel this muscle lengthen. Generally don't have that problem because I've got very tight shoulders, but there you go. Change it over, same on the other side. Sit and up, down between the shoulder blades, slide that down. If you can get your hand around and clasp hands together, even better, but don't worry if you can't. Swap sides. And then reach up nice and high, up onto your toes.